Good day! In this video, let's now focus on HRWorkz's features for payroll. Payroll is essential to a business since it collects, manages, and disburses financial allocations for the company's employees. With that in mind, HRWorkz is a system tailor-made to handle your payroll services efficiently and systematically, complementing our integrated timekeeping system. Still with us is John with more questions at hand.
How does HRWorkz compute an employee's basic pay?
HRWorkz computes an employee's rate depending on their employee status. For monthly employees, a semi-monthly salary is equal to the person's monthly salary divided by 2 and deducts any later absences conducted during the period. For daily employees, a semi-monthly salary is equal to the number of working days at a cutoff times the daily rate and deducts any later absences conducted during the period. HRWorkz follows this type of computation in setting salary rates for employees. Here's how to insert an employee salary using the admin portal. Under the Payroll tab, click on Employee Rates. Here, you will see your list of your employees along with their monthly, periodic, daily, and hourly rates. If you want to add or update their rates, just click on their name on the list and insert or edit their new rate. See that if you edit starting at the monthly rate, it automatically breaks down into bi-monthly, daily, and even in hourly rates. But when you edit starting with the employee's daily rate, it breaks down under the hourly rate alone. Why? Because HRWorkz assumes that when you've made an input in that entry, it serves as the employee's highest rate intended for a service. Also, if you start to input at the periodic rate, it will not be broken down into daily and hourly rates. Let's now finally input the employee's monthly salary, alongside with its proper breakdowns. Once done, click on Save Changes. And now, you are done.
How does HRWorkz handle situation in which an employee that has a day's worth of absences and late at a given payroll period?
Let's check on our employee Raymond's file for his second cutoff for April. Notice that he is late for an hour and a half from his intended schedule. The data is now automatically credited and processed to his payroll account. To check his corresponding deductions, let's go to the Audit tool and select Raymond's name and the pay period concerned. If we look at the Salary Deductions tab, we see that it reflected these records by the number of hours. Let's see how much is this by opening the Payroll Register tab. Click on Generate Report and a new tab will appear. But let's dig deeper into computing specific payroll situations your business might encounter.
How does HRWorkz add and compute holiday premium pays?
To give you an idea, regular holidays and special non-working holidays are two different things, and so is how employees will be paid if they work on these days. Monthly employees will not be marked absent on both holidays, while daily employees will only be paid during regular holidays. If a monthly employee meanwhile work on a regular holiday, the worker will be paid an additional 100% equivalent of his daily rate, while a daily employee will receive his basic daily rate plus the same amount as premium pay. Working on a special non-working holiday means monthly employees will pay an additional 30% to their daily rate if they report to work. And for daily employees, an additional daily rate times 30% apart from his basic daily rate. Let us show you how to add the holiday. Go to the Master Files tab and click on Holiday. From there, you will see the list of holidays listed in your system. Let's add one holiday by clicking Add. Indicate the name of the holiday, the date, the type whether regular or special, and where is it applied. Click on it to choose a particular branch. Leave it blank to choose all branches. Click on Save. Once all set, the table automatically reflects our newly added holiday. To edit the holiday, just double-click and make your necessary changes. HRWorkz can make your change be reflected in your employees' data instantly. To check, let's go under the Reports tab and click Audit Tool. Since it's on the April A period, let's select it and click Filter. A few scrolls later, you will see that HRWorkz has already adopted our new holiday.
How does HRWorkz compute additional pay to employees who worked on their rest day?
For monthly employees, an additional 30% of the worker's existing daily rate is given to the employee. For daily employees, 30% of their rate will be multiplied to their daily rate apart from the basic holiday rate. To see or have access to these premium rates, click the Premium Rates button under Master Files. Click on Company Rates, and you will see that the value allotted for a premium, say rest day work, is at 0.30%, still within our threshold. Let's go back to our audit tool and check if the rate reflects to our employees' data. In this example, Carmen rendered to work last April 14, a Saturday, and it was seen that her Saturday workday has been recorded with our 30% threshold with its corresponding amount.
How does HRWorkz add and compute overtime pay?
For both monthly and daily employees, an additional 125% of the worker's hourly rate will be added to the worker per additional rendered hour.
Employees who work on graveyard shifts are entitled for night differentials. How does HRWorkz compute the said premium?
Night differentials are computed with an additional 10% of the worker's hourly rate for every hour or hours work from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. For example, if an employee worked on a 4 p.m. to 12 midnight shift with a rate of 100 pesos per hour, he is entitled to a 2-hour night differential. That's 100 pesos per hour times 10% times 2 hours, or that's 20% additional per hour. HRWorkz has the option to enable or disable night differential privileges to employees, since not every employee may reach the window for the said privilege. To check if an employee is enabled, click on Employee Record under the HR Management tab. Click on an employee's entry and select View Details. Go to Work Details and scroll down a bit to see the check mark for night differential. If it's checked, the employee is qualified for night differential benefits. Click Update, and you're done. Let's now head to the audit tool to see if our setting has reflected the system. Scroll down a bit, and you will see that on Wednesday, April 25, our employee rendered a total of 0.13 hours of night differential duty. That's an additional 22 pesos on her rate for the day.
Since payroll is computed automatically, does it handle mandatory government benefits like SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth?
HRWorkz automatically computes and allocates these government contributions to employees. No need to manually fill up, prepare, and submit to the concerned government branch only open during office hours each month. With HRWorkz, all you just need is to remit via bank payments on your respective bank accounts.
I want to give employees some incentives to people who show great work performance and reprimand those for bad behavior. Can HRWorkz add miscellaneous incomes or deductions not set in company rules?
Just like in standard deductions, you can add or update custom adjustments for individual employees and for company departments. These custom adjustments may be in the form of income or deductions. To add the new deduction category, go to Master Files and look for Other Income Deduction. You'll be greeted with a table with all the company's deductions and income policies. To add a new deduction policy, just click on Add and fill out the name of the policy. Let's name it as Company Charges. Change the type into Deductions and then click Save. You now have a new deduction factor. Let's go and add this into a payroll period. Click on Payroll and select Adjustments. Then click on Add Adjustments and select the pay period where you want to implement the new policy. Let's click on April A and B. Select which employees are subject to the implementation. Select our newly made adjustment, company charges, and click on Save. To see the change, let's select the payroll period, and there, we now see the change in both Carmen and Raymond's records.
Speaking of deductions, how does HRWorkz compute taxes?
HRWorkz automatically handles tax allocations and deductions. Since tax allocations are both relative to both salaries and employee status, let us show you how to set tax eligibility. To do this, go to Employee Records and say we want to edit Raymond's tax category. Let's double-click on this entry, or you can also click on View Details. Click to see his tax category and select if he will be taxed on a daily, weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly manner, or even no tax. Click Update once done. To see your current tax rates per period, click on Master Files and select Tax. This table includes the tax partitions daily, weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, and even those with no taxes.
Our business is a mixture of multiple employee levels where some are entitled to avail office premiums and government benefits, while others do not. Can HRWorkz easily apply, change, and update employee records to reflect employees' eligibility to these benefits?
Let's go first in adding government benefits for our new employee Carmen. Let's go to Employee Records. In this regard, she has yet to avail all benefits and premium rates. Let's check these boxes for government benefits and her employee premiums. Click Update once done. Now, let's also do the same with Raymond's records. Click Update, and there! Some of HRWorkz's default premiums available are Holiday Premium Pays, Rest Day Premiums, Overtime Premium Pays, and Night Differential Premium Pays. Let's check on how to apply via HRWorkz, starting with working on an employee's rest day. Let's click on Employee Records. Select the employee which you want to avail. Then select View Details. Click it, and choose which premiums are entitled to the employee. Let's select and focus at the Work on Rest Day option. Let us show you how to process your payroll as well. Click Process Payroll. Select the payroll period and click Close Period or Start Process. There, we can now check if his work on rest day duty has entered his records. Opening the audit tool, select the period in which we processed. Select our employee Raymond's profile, and we scroll down a bit to see that his work on rest day has credited already. You can also apply for employee overtime. Just do the same directions, just like what we did before. And in applying for night differentials as well.
How about government contributions? Can I do the same?
For this example, our employee's eligibility for government benefits has not yet checked. You can check even if it's only SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig Fund. And of course, all of it. Click Update to save changes. That's it for our video in timekeeping. For our last video, we will be tackling about reports. Work with these with HRWorkz.